Hey, good morning, guys. It is time for coffee talk. I've got my coffee. It's Sunday, and wow, this is. Things have changed in the last week, haven't they? Since I did this last. I hope this finds you guys healthy and happy. That's a combination, healthy and happy. So we'll press on with our silly pixel tank video, and just realizing everybody's going through a lot of craziness right now. So here's to you guys. Good luck out there. All right, that being said, let's talk about tanks, get a little bit of diversion, right? Let's have a little diversion here. Channel news. Next stream, I think, is going to be Friday, but that's a fast moving ball game. Referencing what we just talked about, I don't know what my work schedule is, so who knows? Maybe I'll have time. Kind of curious if Twitch and the interwebs is going to be able to keep up with all this worldwide, because I feel like maybe a lot of people are going to have some time to do things like that, so we'll see. But Friday is my next day off, so we'll just look at Friday as the possibility, and if we get some pop-ups between now and then, that'll be good. Frontline, let's see. What did I do? I got to level 10, or whatever it's called, the number 10, the 10th thing, whatever they call it. I cannot keep track of all the different names they have for the different levels, but I got to 10. I think my strat on that is going to be, I will do 2 levels on each of the 4. That'll give me 8 of the coins, and then I'll have to somehow get 4 coins out of Steel Hunter, which I don't really want to play. I may push to 3 on a couple of them. I feel like if I came out with 8 to 10, that'll make my Steel Hunter exercise much easier for me. I'll play Steel Hunter just to take a look at it with the new changes and things and give you guys some info on it, but I don't plan on grinding through Steel Hunter, but we'll see. We will see. You can see I've got the Char Futur 4 there. I have both reviews for the Char Futur and for the 777 Object, or the Object 777 version 2. Those are both out, so if you're interested in how those things play, go ahead and check out my reviews. My recommendation is get this one before you get the 777, but that's going to be to taste. If you're a heavy tank guy and you don't want another French autoloader, then you probably want to go for the 777. However, if you don't have any of them, of the 3, counting the AE Phase 1, I'd get the AE Phase 1 before the 777. It's just a better tank overall. All right, that's pretty much it for channel news. Not much else going on there, so let's go ahead. Oh, check out my, on Tuesday, the next interview is with Grindler Gaming. Grinny. Pretty awesome streamer. It was a lot of fun. That one's pretty funny, so I would definitely check that out on Tuesday with Grinny. She's pretty hilarious, so I think you're going to enjoy that. So check that out. All right, let's move on to missions and specials. All right, as usual, we're going to go ahead and shill a little bit. I just want to bring a couple things up. Actually, there's a lot going on in the store right now, so hard to unpack it all. The FE4202 is out. It's got the standard packages, but what you'll note is there is down here, a 3D style, which is the Luck of the Irish or something like that. Luck of the Irish for St. Paddy's Day, not Paddy's Day. Paddy. saw a comedian, Irish guy, getting irritated at the American pronunciation. He's like, it's not Patty, like P-A-T-T-Y. It's not a woman, it's Patty. Sounds about the same when I say it, I think. But in any event, there's a 3D style, and guess how much it costs? 18 bucks. 18 bucks for the style. Now, if you if you don't have the 4202 and you want the style in the tank, you can get the whole thing for 39 bucks. With one of the coupons, could get mine down to like 31, 32 bucks. So if you have already purchased the 4202, you kind of get kicked in the rear for an $18 3D skin, which, granted, you can use a coupon on that, so probably, I don't know what, 15, 16, something like that. But if you don't have it, then you actually get a pretty decent deal at 31 bucks with a coupon to get the style and the tank. I just found that to be kind of interesting. This price point for a 3D, I wonder how many they're selling. I really do. They keep coming up, so I'm assuming they're selling some. I can't believe it, really, but there you go. What do I know? It seems like a crazy price. I like them. They're cool. I like having them. I don't know about spending that much money on them, but I assume people are, right? They must be, because they keep showing up. Scorpion do. I don't know what's going on here. I guess somebody wants to buy 2 of the same tank. That one kind of. Have we ever done this before? maybe like an IS-6 and the IS-6B and the 34 and 34B. Maybe there's been things like this I just missed or don't remember. But I kind of went, okay, crazy. What is it just for the 2 tanks? Looks like 89 bucks. You're getting a couple garage slots. Yeah, this is just the 2 tanks, so that's 89 bucks. And I can knock that down to, it always goes to the lower coupon, doesn't it? I can knock that down to 71 bucks. So I can have those for 71 bucks. Math in Public is 35 each, but I don't know why I need to. I suppose so if you're in Frontline and one gets locked, you can do the other one. I guess if you really wanted to play your Scorpion in Frontline, that would be one way to do it. I happen to have both of a lot of the tanks that have 2. That's because I got them off of winning them or whatever along the way. Maybe I bought it earlier and then there was a marathon and I did it and I ended up getting another one. But as far as straight out buying 2, that one's hard to wrap my mind around. We'll see. We don't get any info on how much of these things sell, so this is just commentary on the passing scene from me. Gold specials, there's nothing big in there. The standard little things are these big Watt Salute chests are decent deals like we've talked about. Premium count, same old stuff. You can use coupons on a lot of those, which is nice. All right, so we go back to the vehicles. Now, there are a lot of other vehicles on sale right now, actually. These, we'll talk about this care package. It turns out that the Twitch thing isn't quite dead yet. So we'll talk about that in a minute. It's actually tied into Battle Pass. So more monetization, baby. But you can get a Skoda. There's a Skoda T27, provided you are a Twitch Prime kind of person. We've got some of these T45 things going on. Some more care package stuff like the Schmaltram. The ELC even 90 is a care package thing. The Pudel and the IS2 have been on sale for a while. The Lorraine's a care package thing. The Sturv is. And then some of these are frontline tanks that were on sale. I want to say these 2 are, as an example. The ELC even 90 has some packages. Even the T103, which I think is also a frontline thing. And then the Fury is back. So if you missed the Fury the first time and you're really in the market for a Tier 6 Easy 8, which is basically what it is, it's back on sale there. The CDA, which is a decent frontline, as far as casemate TDs go, a decent frontline casemate TD and LT432. These are just all the things that were on sale for front lines, and then we get down into the regular tanks. I mean, it's just crazy. So many Tier 8s, mostly Tier 8s on sale right now. A lot of monetization being pushed pretty hard right there. All right. I don't think there's anything else to talk about in the specials because this is just getting into the ×5 missions and such. Yep, that's pretty much it. All right, let's move on. Okay, first things first is St. Paddy's Day weekend. I hope you noticed that. I think the thing you really need to key in right here is the 50% discount on consumables and equipment and on customization if you like putting cool things on your tanks. But the big one, I think, is the consumables, which we hadn't seen a sale for a very long time until right after Christmas, and now a month later, so we got another one. So stock up. I bought 300 or 400 of each one of those in there. Not too expensive when it's half price at $10,000 per consumable. Equipment, if you're the kind of person who stocks up equipment or you have an idea of what you're going to need, nearly every tank of my 500 has full equipment, so I don't bother. But I did actually buy some for a tank I'm testing right now, which was pretty cool, that I got it for cheaper. So if you are a big planner, then this is a good event for you right here. Definitely recommend getting the large consumables. So this is Luck of the Irish offer. We already talked about that. The 2 Scorpions, the Hellcat. Look at this. This is all selling stuff right here. All right, Global Map Season 14. We have Clan Wars coming back up, and that is going to start on March 25th, which is about 10 days or so from now and goes till June. So that's this big, long Clan Wars season right there. I'm not going to dig into that. Some of you guys do Clan Wars. I do not. But there are some changes in the rules. Just a cursory glance, and you guys may know more about this, but I think it looks like they're trying to break up the big alliance system that turns the map into just a big static thing. Good luck with that. We'll see what happens. But that's what I got out of the things that they were turning on and off for Clan Wars. Here's the Care Package Battle Pass. So this is the Twitch Prime thing. Once again, teams up with Twitch Prime, and this looks like it's going for about as long as Battle Pass is going. So I think the next 2 months, 2.5, 3 months, whatever it is, the Battle Pass goes. So make sure that you are claiming those. Go over to Twitch if you're a Twitch Prime. If you remember, if you're an Amazon Prime person, you're a Twitch Prime person, you just have to activate it. Link it all up. Link your Twitch Prime to your Wargaming account. Click collect on that package, and then you get some goodies. Remember that I have had to every time log out of my game and log back in to make the things come. So it's a little bit wonky. It's not like you buy something in the store and it just shows up in your client. If your client's open, it won't come. As far as my experience has been, I've had to shut down the client, and then I'll get the goodies after that. So make sure you're doing that. I don't remember what they were. Is there a list of them here? There you go. Those are the 2 Czech rentals. Remember the Skoda T40 and the T27? So those 2 premium rentals. A new decal, a set of battle missions for tier 6 and higher, and some other cool stuff. It was all kind of small things. That's the small deals, special loot. There we go. A decal, an emblem, a medal, some ×5s, which is nice. Remember that these are after the initial ×2 or ×4 or ×5 of the day. Then you can do those. So if you play a tank 11 times, all of those ×5s are going to that tank. Just beware. They may disappear. Sometimes the ×5s are set up for specific tanks. I don't think that's the case here. So you may go, hey, where's my ×5? And you may realize you've already used it on things. So you may want to plan that out as to what you're grinding. If you're a grinding kind of person, definitely make sure those ×5s go onto your grinding tanks. You get a day of premium and then some kits, which is nice right there. All right. I think that's everything we wanted to talk about here. Oh, as if there wasn't enough stuff going on. Guess what starts tomorrow on Monday? Ranked Battles Season 2. With the prize of the 50T, which is a Tier 9 reward vehicle, German. So we'll see what that one looks like when it comes out. March 16th to April 4th. Is that 3 weeks or so? Whatever, ranked battles. I didn't really do much of it last time. I won't dig into it. There's quite a few rewards. You can see all of them down here if you want to take a look at them. Lots of stuff. I don't know where I am. I don't remember how far I got, and not very far. I guess you could probably... Can you still figure it out in the client? I don't know if it shows up in the client still, or if it gets turned off in between so you can't tell where you are. But it's the Kampfpanzer 50T, which is the main reward. You need 12 rank tokens, so I don't even know. I don't even know if I have any, to be quite honest. Not sure where I am on that. All right. What do we got here? And I think that's it. So let's dive into the UI and see what else is going on. All right, so really quickly, you actually can see where you were unranked. So I click on that. I go down here. I have 3 tokens. So I don't know how many I can get in one reward contender. I'm a contender for the first reward with 3 tank tokens. I don't know how many you can get. Yeah, I didn't go very far, so I don't think I have a chance even. I think you had to max to get the 50T, so don't worry about that. We'll go to missions. Now all of a sudden this has changed again because now we have 4 things across the top. Now events are going to be marathons and such. We don't have one going on. Battle Pass is what was just added. You can see that I'm on current stage 26. This is because I did the 5,000. Well, first I did the 6,500 gold to open up the special, advanced, or improved gifts or rewards down below. So that's 6,500. And then I did the 5,000 and got myself 20 stages. I was at stage 5 when I did that. So the 20 brought me up to stage 25. There was actually a question on that on the YouTube channel. It said, hey, do I have to buy the 20 at the first, or will it just add 20 to whatever I have? It will add 20 to whatever you currently have. Unknown if it will add into the end stage. Like, say you were at 44 and you bought it. I don't know if it will go into these. That's a good question. So unable to test that right now. Maybe when I get close, I'll buy a couple of the 250 ones and let you know what happened with that. All right, so I am up to, like I said, 26. Realize that you have to finish the stage before you get the reward for the stage. Progression points, okay. That's how many I've got of the 50 I need to get to finish 26, get to 27, and get the rewards. So what have I got? Lots of these things, the blueprints. That's kind of what I was after. I got, I want to say 6 of these because there was another 3 down here. Yeah, there was another 3 down here at 14, maybe even more. Yep, another 3 right there, so I got 9. So I got 3 of them at 4. Lots of booklets, some of which I've used. Some silver credits, some days of premium. Some other reserves that aren't the credit kinds. Like I said, lots of books. I did get, remember if you get the 20, or you get up to 20, you're going to automatically get the bounty rammer. That was interesting because the bounty GLD is way up here. You got to get to 30 to get the bounty GLD, which is on the top free-to-play area right there. So that's my progress on that. All right, let's talk about daily real quick. I wanted to note something on here for you guys. If you ever come to one of these and you see that the gift or prize is kind of crap, remember that you can re-roll this every 4 hours. So it's not just that, oh, it's too hard. Maybe you don't like the prize. For me, I'm trying to pay attention to whether I'm supposed to get blueprints, which I don't need, right? I've got every tank unlocked, so I don't need the blueprints. So I'm paying attention to that and trying to re-roll blueprints. So to get something else. Now this is a pretty easy one to do. It's just be in the top 7, but 10,000 silver is kind of small. I can get 30 here. Let's see what happens. I'll just re-roll it right now. It'll probably be, my luck, it will be blueprints. Watch me get blueprints. You ready for this? Okay, so you click that, you click re-roll. I'm awaiting mission reroll. No, this is what happens when you do it live. So it's 1 kit. Okay. Ostensibly, that's worth 20,000, right? So it was a better prize. It's the same mission, actually. That's kind of interesting. All right. So events, remember Battle Pass. This is all in your missions tab, and then missions themselves. This hasn't changed. You got the frontline stuff going on. Those have missions. I'm not going to get to that. Like I said, I only got to level 10. We'll look at my frontline stuff in just a second. Multipliers for on track. It's the Kronwagenjagen. Watt Salute is the stuff for veteran ID me kind of thing. Tournament missions are self-explanatory. Tank rewards. I forgot to talk about tank rewards. There's another event. I mean, how many events do we have? We have so many events. Tank rewards, make sure you're watching that as well. I went over that last week and I've talked about it quite a few times, so we won't really touch on it, but you can do that pretty quickly. Again, if you've got the veteran thing going on, for me, it's been a breeze. I play 1 game, I get 200 points. In about 5-6 days, I'll be done with it. So I'll finish it well before, excuse me, I will finish it well before anyone who doesn't have the ID me, just very easily. Here's the Twitch Prime Challenge. Now, I haven't tracked this too much. This is showing that looks like you just do that once. First reward, second reward, Twitch Prime. I don't know. Probably should have dug into this. I think you get in the top 10, and I guess you do that 10 times, and then it gets to this next reward, I think, is what's going on here. Are these small kits or large? No, they're automatic. They're big. These are actually not bad deals. I mean, 5, 15, 5 of those, some reserves. I think how it works is each day, I want to say you can do the 10 in the top 10, then it unlocks one of these. And this goes to April 9th, so I've moved along pretty quick through these. Looks like it's within a 24-hour period, though. Let's look at this. So you get Czechoslovakia token, and you do this, you need, oh, there you go. That's how you do it. So once you get 40 for that one, and once you get 60 for that one. All right, so you need to do several days of knocking out 10 in the top 10 to get a token. So 60 days. How many is this going? March, April. So how many times have I done that since March 12th? Have I actually done that 3 times for 30 points? I guess I've done that every day. That's what I've done. All right, so it looks like you're getting 1 of these tokens for each completion. So you can get 10 tokens in a day. That's what's happened here. You can get 10 tokens in a day. That got me my 10 that I needed for that. Then my 20 for this, 30 for this, and 40 for that. So that's how that works. Each day, 10 times in the top 10. Doesn't look like you have to win. I don't see a win condition. That's nice. So, I mean, 10 is quite a lot of games. Not a lot of people play 10 games, but I'm going to call it relatively easy. especially since you don't have to win, right? You just have to play 10 games. This is what I was talking about earlier about the times fives. Remember, they sit down here. Do I have any? It looks like I used up the ones I got for because I played so much this weekend. I've already used up those times fives. But you can see the ones assigned to the low, the Lurva, the T-34B, and the Suma are still there. Well, it doesn't really, outside here, it doesn't tell me how many. Why would it? How many do I have left? There you go. I have 20 left of the T-34B. I have 15 on the Suma, and the Lurva, 12. I'm surprised I still have the ones for the Lurva, because I do play that a bit. Maybe not as much as I think. All right. I think that's what we want to do. Oh, I wanted to look at, what was I going to look at? There's one other thing going on. It's so crazy, man. Stronghold team. Frontline. All right. So we go to frontline. Oh, I got the 9, not 10. Wait a minute. Is 9 where I got the coin? I thought it was 10. Maybe I do need to play a little more frontline today. So this is where I get confused because I can't find... Ah! Oh, there we go. Oh, I only have one of those, don't I? I do have to get the 10. So I do need to play a little bit today. I didn't realize that. That's the plan. So these are the coins you want, the expedition tokens, to get your tank. So I definitely need to play that. I didn't realize that I had only got one of them. There it is. And that's where it shows you how many you have. See right there? I only have one. So I almost blew that. Ooh, I almost blew that. That was almost bad. Okay, so I'm glad I looked at that. Thanks. Thanks for coming along with me on this journey of knowledge. All right, let's move on. We got to continue the journey of enlightenment because there was one other thing I wanted to talk about. I wanted to talk about Battle Pass and what the fastest way to do it is. I don't think you really need to rage through it. Maybe if you need to push hard if you want to get into the bonds. It'll be kind of to taste, but if you really were looking at going, how do I do this the fastest? Somebody brought up a really good point because this is interesting. So the tier 6s can get you... I'm in frontline. We'll go to random battles. Should show the points. There we go. So there's the points. That's 550 for the tier 9s. For the tier 6s, you can get 100, right? You might go, why would I do the tier 6s? Because, they only get me 100 points. Well, it would take you a while to get 100 points on a tier 6. That's a lot of games, really, to be quite honest. And if you have multiple tier 6s, you can continue through it. You need 2,250 points to get through the whole thing. But what you need to realize is with the tier 6, there's a bonus at the end. When you max out a tank, you get an extra 15 points, which means tier 6s gets 115, right? If you do 2 tier 6s, that's 230. If you do a tier 7, that's 250 plus 20, that's 270. See what I'm talking about? So multiples of the lower tiers are going to outstrip what you can do in the higher tiers. So I think if you're looking to really max this out, I didn't quite do the math on games and the 2 special tanks, the Conqueror and the 277. They may actually be a little bit faster than even the tier 6s. But if you don't have those or you don't want to play tier 10, tier 6 is probably the way to go if you have multiple of them. I would say if you have 15 to 20, you might want to try the tier 6. Now, of course, that would mean you play every tier 6 you have, which you may not want to do. So I just throw that out as an opportunity to kind of speed up the grind if that's what you want to do. I think I'm done with all this. Yeah, let's move on to subjects. All right, subjects du jour. Just about down to my last of my coffee. I'm going to have to go recharge here, guys. Well, I don't have any toilet paper, but I got plenty of coffee, so I figure that's that. Ooh, wait a minute, that could be a problem. That could be a problem. No, I have toilet paper. I hoarded a bunch of it. In fact, I'm selling toilet paper down in my store. I'm just kidding. Have you seen those stories? I like the one in particular. One guy went and, I don't know how much, he bought 18,000 hand sanitizer bottle or something, paid quite a bit of money, obviously, and he's stuck with it. No one's buying it. I love it. I love it. Look, I am an entrepreneur. I get it. But in a case like this where it's completely false not need necessarily, false scarcity, I guess. False scarcity. When someone tries to do that and just feed off people's fear, I'm glad he got soaked, scumbag. Anyway, anywho, we'll leave that there. How'd we get there? I was talking about compensation of frontline. So I found this on Rita's blog. I didn't realize that this had happened. I don't know if this applies to me, but the update on March 10th, the amount of frontline experience in the progression has been corrected and is currently up to date. However, the experience already earned was not recalculated, so as a result, some players played more battles in order to get expedition tokens than it was noted. So, they're going to give one expedition token to those players who played at least one frontline battle on the first play day before ceasefire. I don't remember if I did. I don't think I did. I don't think I played the first day. That is a bummer, because all you had to do is play one and you're going to get an extra token. That's a nice little bonus right there. So watch out for that. All right. Frontline. So, like I said, I got to 9. I'm going to get to rank 10 or whatever the heck it's called, progression 10 today. So I'll play a game or two and make sure I get that knocked out so I get my second coin. If I happen to play on the 9th or that first day, I hope I did. I don't think I did, though. I'll have 3, which will be nice because that'll limit the amount I have to play past that. Remember, you need 12 to get one of the tanks. If you get 24, then you can get both tanks, or 2 of the 3 if you don't already have the 80 phase 1. Okay, overall frontline stuff. Some of you saw me stream it. I was quite negative. I'm still kind of down on it. That was more emotional, heat of the moment. But I have to say, it really is not a great gaming experience. Yes, it's all tier 8s. Yes, it's relatively wide open maps. I hesitate to say that because there's very specific places you fight. So a lot of the openness is not very useful. However, for moving around and flanking and things, it is better than most maps we have. So I will give it that. Which means you have to play a mobile tank. Which means that the usual tanks you see in there are going to be fast, mediums, and lights, with the occasional heavy, sometimes the camping TDs, but mostly about mobility. And that's just kind of what you get in games. People figure out the meta of things, and that's what they flock to because it works. So I don't know how you necessarily fix that, people, because I complained about, like, all you ever see are, the lights and the mediums, the Progettos, the wheel tanks, the blah blah blah. Why can't it be a more inclusive gaming experience, a more inclusive gaming experience? And then the devs go, okay, well, let's lock down some of these areas so heavies have a place, and all of a sudden it's all about heavies and assault TDs, and now we're mad that there's no flanking. So I don't know. I don't really know what the answer is right there. I felt like wheeled tanks were a bit less of an issue this time. I don't know if it was the airstrike thing or just people dealing with them better. They didn't bother me quite as much as they did in the past. I think also the respawn mechanic of being able to pick where you respawn had a lot to do with maybe people being able to react to things and not get clobbered by wheeled tanks in the backfield because they know where everyone respawns. I don't have a lot of experience with Frontline this time, so I'm not going to hang my hat on any of that stuff. But I just felt, as far as that goes, they had made some improvements. But just the overall grind. The best games I had, I found certain hold down spots with very strong turreted tanks, and I shot and shot and shot and shot and shot people as they attempted to get onto the cap. I don't know why this is fun. I know there are very good players out there using their mobility, raging around on fast tanks, wheeled tanks, things like that, having a good time. For me and my play style, it doesn't really match. So I am going to kind of grind through it. I do appreciate the credits and things, especially if you pop a booster. That really helps out, gaining some credits. So and if you get rid of your large kits, just use small kits. If you don't shoot any gold out there, you can really do pretty well. I think I averaged 800 or so, 800 or 900. So I was averaging, I think, major this time instead of a little bit higher, which I'd done in the past. Usually takes me a few days to get going and really start cranking out the generals. Not every game. I don't do that. There are several CCs who can. Pretty amazing. A couple of the guys did it in 15 or 16 games. That's wow. They also reduced the grind, so that was nice as well. It's a slightly shorter grind, not quite as miserable grindiness, but I still found it to be grindy. So anyway, those are my thoughts on Frontline, and you're going to get that little credit. Now let's take a look now at ranked changes. I know I talked about ranked, but I didn't realize this was going on. So let's check this out here. So some new things. They have a new vehicle role. I've talked about this in the past. I do not like that. This is Harkonnen's blog, by the way, the Daily Bounce. So I highly recommend that for news. It's pretty good. There's not a lot of crazy leaking, this, that, and the other. There's some, but it's generally pretty straight up blog. It also gives you info on EU. If you're an EU and NA player, you're going to find a lot of good info here. You probably already know about the blog if you are. Role experience has been expanded a little bit. There's a new one for versatile attack vehicles. These are armored medium tanks. Whatever. The role experience drives me crazy, but they're keeping it. They happen to be the Object 430U, E50M, and the Patton. I don't know why. Don't know why the Patton is an armored. I don't know. Anyway, there you go. Some changes there. Matchmaker tweaks. This is the wheeled tank stuff, I think. Yep. Wheeled tanks will be matched. They're going to try to not match a wheeled tank against a non-wheeled tank. That is a really interesting admission on their part, without being an actual admission, isn't it? So basically, at the top level, where you've got a competitive mode, where you have a lot of your very experienced competitive players complaining about something, they've changed it. I'm not supposed to touch my face. Do you guys think a beard helps against the virus, or does it just like catch virus in it? You know, I don't know. I bet it's not good, or what is it? I don't know. Does it stick to skin or hair better? It's hard to tell. If someone coughs, do I have like a virus catcher thing going on here? I don't know. These are important questions. So the wheeled tanks, there you go, folks. I mean, it's an admission without being an admission. There's a problem. So all of a sudden they need special matching. But oh, by the way, you only get it in ranked. Okay. Reworking the mechanics of XP for destruction. This was a big one because apparently there was a lot of experience to be had for destroying a tank, which means there was kill stealing, people actually trying to do that. Now, as a general rule, I don't think kill stealing is a thing, but when you get into something like this where there's a specific reason for it, you're getting a lot of extra experience in a ranked system where you're trying to get through ranks as fast as you can, or to get as high as you can, then that incentivizes that kind of behavior, which is what we had. So what they've done, I thought is not a bad idea. I think it might work. We'll see. You only earn maximum if you're the one who dealt all the damage to the destroyed tank. So it is in proportion to the damage you did to it, which kind of makes me feel like it should always have been that way. And should probably be that way in standards, right? In pubs. I don't know. Just throwing that out there. Tantalizing topic, annual rewards. The more tokens you collect, all 3 seasons, the better. So small reward for 4. Standard reward for 7, advanced for 10, and then it looks like you need 17 to get the 50T. So I don't know how many points I have, not very many. I'd have to look through that and see whether I can do it. You guys probably already did the math. But anyway, that's what we got going on with ranked battles right now. All right. Oh, Pilgrim of Many Pilgrims has made the video because he just sent a chat. Okay. Let's see. What else is going on? Isn't there a lot to do right now? Does it feel like there's too much to do? I thought about that for a second. I think I've said it a couple times, like, oh man, there's so much to do. But one way to look at it is there's usually one event thing going on, like an active event, and then there's some background stuff. Tank rewards is background stuff. Rewards, not rewards for merit, whatever it's, battle pass is background stuff. Daily missions is background stuff. You do have to manage some of that as you go, but as a general rule, those are background things that happen while you do the rest of it. So I think that's good because some of it is also pretty good for different tiered people. People who are playing at lower tiers, say 6. Generally, these things seem to cut off at tier 6. So you can actually get through it at tier 6, no problem. There are advantages to paying money. We'll get to that in just a minute. There are advantages to having some certain specific tanks. And while some of that irritates me, as a general rule, this is pretty good. And it's not a case of, holy cow, there's nothing going on. So it is a bit of an embarrassment of riches, but I think I've adjusted my thought process on that as I kind of looked at it and went, pretty good, actually. There's a lot of stuff. Now, my only issue with it is when it all stops at some point, people are gonna go start saying, "Where's all my stuff? Where's all the events?" You know, I don't know. But I mean, Battle Pass. Are they going to restart it after this one ends? Is there going to be a series of Battle Passes where there'll be a break? I don't know. That's a good question. Now that's going to bring us to the paywall on Battle Pass, which you know, I'm a bit torn on this one. I've thought about it a bit. So first things first. First things first. Embarrassment of riches. You can see I've got a lot of gold. That's from Wargaming primarily. Although I did buy one $100 75 box kit myself. Put my money where my mouth is. I sort of wanted to see if I got better or different stuff. It was all the same. So I have the gold to just go, all right, I'm going to buy the advanced battle pass and I'm going to advance 20. And I do it for science, right? To do it for you guys because I'm a CC. I have this ability to do that. That's part of why I am a CC, so I can go through all the different mechanics of the game and then report back to you guys on what's going on. But it was 11,500 gold. So if you're not me, or somebody who has a bunch of gold laying around, that's like, I did $49.81 in gold, US. That's a lot. That's a lot of gold for, I think, 2.5 months or 3 months. So I don't know. The price points are interesting to me on that. I'm not really going to take a hard stance on it. I do understand monetization. Keeping the doors open, all that good stuff. I'm glad that I had the gold to do it. Would I do it if I didn't have it? I don't think so. Like if I was just a free-to-play that spent money occasionally, right? And then that also brings into the question, all right, why do people have a premium account? Why am I buying a premium account and I don't get Battle Pass with the advanced stuff? You want me to buy a premium account, then you want me to spend another $50 to get the bonus and the extra 20. Now you don't have to do the extra 20. Everyone can burn through that. So the whatever it is, $30 or 25 bucks, whatever the 6,500 is to buy in to the extra bonus rewards. That's the only buy-in you have to do if you want the bonus rewards. The buy-in to get the extra 20 automatic is just gravy on top, but you're still going to do the 6,500 gold buy-in. And again, if you have gold laying around, you've already spent that money on that gold. It's not like you're going to turn that gold back into cash somehow. It's not really a financial asset once you spend the money at that point. It's a game asset that you can trade in for different goodies in the game. Ostensibly, that's why you bought the gold. But say you're sitting on 0 gold and you're thinking, well, I want to get the extra credits. You're going to chunk in another, $25 or whatever that gold is for 6,500. And that's, I don't know. I don't like that really on top of a premium account. I just gave you X number to have a premium account. That's premium. Why is there a special premium on top of that? I don't know, Wargaming. That one is that one's interesting because I don't know. Do the other games that use battle passes also have premium accounts? Don't know. People have to let me know down below. I don't play any that have that, so I don't know, but I think not. Did I solve anything there? I don't think so. I would just want to kind of lay it out because I'm interested in what you guys think. I'm not really coming down on one side or the other. Like I said, on the one hand, I am grateful to be in the position I'm in to where I can do that. I enjoy it. Do this, make videos, stream, do things, talk about Wargaming's product. On the other hand, looking at the little guy, right, the free to play or guy who buys a little bit as he goes, that's a lot. That's asking a lot. It's asking a lot. Of course, you could say, well, whatever, I don't get the extra things. There's really nothing there. Great. Unfortunately, you can get the same kinds of things with the free-to-play version, but the bot version of Battle Pass, while it's the same thing as in it is personal reserves and bounty equipment, it's better personal reserves and bounty equipment because I think everyone will agree the credits personal reserves are the hardest to get and probably some of the best to have, especially as you're grinding and trying to buy tanks. And on the bounty equipment side, the rammer's better than a GLD. It just is. It's more useful. It's better. It's the one you want. If you were to choose between the two, you would always take the rammer, unless every tank you had already had a bounty rammer on it. And then you might even buy one anyway. You might even take the banner rammer anyway because you knew you were going to unlock a tank in sometime in the future, and you wanted to have it for that. Anyway, those are my thoughts on that, guys. That's pretty much all I've got for today. I am at the end of my coffee. Like I said at the opening there, you guys stay safe out there. Be smart. Practice some social distancing. Hang out with the fam. Get a board game out. Play some tanks. Come by and see me when I stream. I may have some extra time to stream this week. Good Lord, we may have extra time to stream for 3 weeks. Who knows where this is all going? But hopefully we can get our arms around this thing and slow it down, if not stop it in the near future. It's clearly not going to stop tomorrow or in a week, but we'll call the near future in a month or two, I guess. I was thinking about this, and there's no way we're ever going to do that, but it wouldn't have been nice if at some point early on we just said, hey, world, let's take a knee for 21 days. You know what I mean? All together now. All together now. Never going to happen. Didn't happen. Won't happen. We're going to end up doing this kind of slow roll disaster through each country as it moves through it. Hopefully we can keep our stuff together here in the U.S. so that when the other countries that are clearly going to need help need it, we're actually able to do so. So we'll see, man. Here's to you guys. Stay safe. Stay well. We will see ya.